Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you are watching day 202 of 300 days of drawing. And it's a late one today, so we're gonna just like hit the ground running and start this drawing, shall we? And welcome to today's live art stream, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. So today we're going to be doing, let's see here. We're going to do an orange background, and we're just going to hit the ground running today. We're going to hit the ground running today, folks, simply because there's like heads up here. Hopefully you can hear me. I got all these. 1 second. I'm trying to reduce the. There we go. Had some music in the background. All right, so we're going to hit the ground running today. Just hit the ground running. So there we go, and it's done. You're welcome. So let's see here. What I want to talk about. What am I going to try to? What am I going to navigate through today's conversation? I think I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling today. I actually it's been a long day, and I'm sure that's no excuse. I think all of us have long days, but like I'm finding today particularly to be I'm like a little impatient, and I think all of us deal with this. But like I was just this has always been the same thing, different day for me. Is like I was just sitting in the living room, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. I thought to myself, I don't really want to do another cactus drawing today. I was really saying that. I say that all the time though. Like I always say, like, I don't want to do a cactus drawing today, and I end up doing it anyways. But I really didn't want to. I just didn't want to. I don't know. I almost didn't. I almost didn't. I almost deep down inside I said to myself, like, you know what? 200 days straight, that's pretty good deal right there. I think just doing 200 days, I think that was pretty good. I think doing 200 days straight is a good day, good deal, right? And so I was like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with like not doing the drawing. And each day I feel a little guilty if I don't do it. And I haven't done it yet. I haven't skipped out on it yet, but like some days I'm getting really, really close to just like bailing on it. And then I say, you know what, just do it. Just do it. Get it over with. Rip that Band-Aid. It's only an hour of your time, you know. It's only an hour of your time. And which is a lot uh for me some days, especially if that hour is like my free time, like my only free time. Like I've been gone, if you've been gone all day, if you've done like a 15-hour day or a 14-hour day, an hour of your free time, right? That is a substantial chunk of your free time, and that's what I was dealing with. I was like, oh man, it's only an hour of my time, but like literally, I only have about from 7 to 10. 7 to 10. I've been doing stuff all day, literally from 7 o'clock to 7 at night, and it's been 7 to 7. And it's just some days you're like, gosh, you want that break, right? You want that like that just like that day where you can just kind of kick back, you know. I guess maybe what I need to do when I have these big days is I need to I need to get this drawing out of the way. Like it needs to be done before I do all these other things because otherwise I end up doing it late at night like tonight, and I was procrastinating. I was really procrastinating. I was like I sat on a couch in the dark, just just in the dark. I didn't have the TV on or anything. I was just sitting in the couch on a couch in the dark, and I was like, I was just saying to myself, oh man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it today. And I was trying to find every excuse available, to kind of finagle my way out of it. And we're good at that. We're good at doing that. We're really good at it. As humans, we're really good at like just kind of trying to scapegoat ourselves out of things that we don't want to do. It's like doing these live streams now is sometimes it feels like it's like going to the gym. It's good for you. Once you go there and start working out a little bit, you feel a bit better and it's okay. But like oftentimes it's just that like initial jump that I struggle with, you know? And lately I've been struggling with that initial jump into doing my live streams. And I mean, it's a fair, I mean, there's a good reason for that. I mean, there's a really good reason for that. I've done 200 days of these. So like by all intents and purposes, I always say that intents. I need to look. I want to Google that. I'm going to Google that. Intents and purposes. Intent and purposes. Um, I've done a pretty good job. I've went 200-0, you know, and some days it's just like, I can't. It's like a Monday for a day. Like it's one of those days that you go like if you don't like your job particularly on a Monday and you have to go to work and you keep hitting the snooze button. You're like, just hit the snooze button. You'll just hit it again, just keep hitting it. And then you're like you keep hitting it. And that's what I was doing. I was hitting that like metaphorical snooze button and I was just like, just got to get it over with. And I ran out of excuses. So I ran out of excuses. So here I am, and I'm doing my live stream now. Yay. I'm happy that I'm here, even though there's some days that I wish I wasn't doing them, you know. I think maybe the reason why is I've been at it all day. You ever been at it all day? You've just been doing things all day, and like you just don't want to do like another activity that's going to be like mentally fatiguing. So these drawings, these live streams can be very mentally fatiguing from time to time, and they can really sap out my energy. And yeah, so they're very mentally fatiguing to me. And let's see if we do this. I kind of like that transparency. And it's just been a lot of work. And today was a very, very long day. And I was trying to come up with some excuses to as to why I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. Like I was trying to find something. I was trying to find a reason to kind of skimp out on the day, I really was. I was trying my best. And I got close. Every day is like that. Every one of those days that I have these every one of these days that I have like the feeling of skipping out or like just you know not doing the drawing or not doing the drawing. I always I always say, you got to rip that band-aid off, you got to eat that frog, and So that's what I was doing. I was like, you just got to eat that frog. Just get it out of the way, and let's do it to it, you know. And one of those things I'm going to do after this, one of the things I'm going to do after this live stream is I'm going to reward myself. I'm going to sit back and watch an episode of something of Star Trek. Actually, I've been watching a lot of that. That's all I've been watching is Star Trek. That's my the shows that I've been watching is Star Trek, like a show that's been canceled forever. Um, that's my like my reward is like and that I like that goes back to a little thing that I read from Atomic Habits. And what it is you want to make the thing that you're doing rewarding. So my reward is sitting back and watching an episode of something, even though it's going to mess up my sleep schedule. So be it. So be it. I think it's warranted. But yeah, it was. I just didn't want to do it, and there's been lots of these days lately. Is it's kind of not wanting to do things, and I think it's okay to have those feelings from time to time. It's okay to to feel to have those feelings. I think it's perfectly fine. I don't think it's a bad thing to have like those negative feelings of like not wanting to do things. Um, what am I doing? I'm pressing. There we go. So here we go. I'm just chugging along here, and we're gonna. So this is a little different. I'm using a red color for the pot. So that's why we have yeah, that's why we have this red color here. I don't know if I like it, but I'm gonna go with it. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, so it's it's just one of those things where you just have to deal with the struggles of the day to day. And I don't know, like I don't have like the answers to how to deal with procrastination. Like it's rough. It is a rough thing to deal with. Um, I guess one thing that helps is when I have to do something like these live streams, there's days, right, where you're just like, oh gosh, this is gonna burn. Um, like I guess one of the things that I been doing lately is like if I feel if I know that I'm gonna feel bad for not doing it, that's usually a sign that I probably should do that thing that I don't want to do. So like I know when I don't do these live streams, I'm gonna feel a little bit. I'm gonna feel bad for myself. I'm not gonna like myself. You know, I really am. I'm gonna feel really, really like beside myself. I'm not gonna be happy. I'm gonna feel upset that I did not do the thing that I was supposed to do today. You know, and and I thought to myself, I thought, you know what, if that's gonna be the case, I might be a call-in of sorts where I actually have to do it. Um, yeah, so that's why I'm doing these things. There's days where like today where I don't feel like doing it. And that's fine. It's okay to have those rough days. And I think these when we watch these live people watch live streams, there's these it's like there's this this air, this idea or this notion that you need to like what you're doing all the time, you know? And I guess maybe that is true if you want to like get a ton of viewers, but I think I want to be a little bit more true, you know, and have a little bit more like realness to it. Because it's a very difficult thing to do these live streams. Especially if you're in my position in life, right? Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Who knows what it means? All right, so we're gonna do the sand here. I'm gonna zoom out. Now, because I'm tired, that can lend to me making mistakes or getting a little bit. What happens is when I'm at this like state of like fatigue, I tend to like over. I will tend to what would it be? What I'll tend to do is I will what will I do? I'll overthink what I'm doing and I'll make more mistakes, or I'll like become super micro with certain things that aren't really, you know, necessary. So I'll get really I'll overthink these areas a little bit, and yeah, so I'll overthink some of these areas, and yeah, and so like it'll slow down my drawing process. And so that's what's happening is I'm getting a little bit micro. So I'm going to lock these layers here. Lock these layers, press Control E. That's a whole layer now. Now the sand and the pot is done. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do anything fancy on the top. I'm just going to go straight to the cactus here. As soon as I open my workspace, there we go. I closed it out. So I just want to say to you, actually, let's backtrack it. I'm actually a little upset today. My headset broke. Like it's not even it's broken right here. You're gonna see my headset with like a giant thing of duct tape around it tomorrow when I do some repairs. But I'm a little upset about that. That might have been that might have like thrown me off like psychologically. Like, oh, my headset's broke. Let's find an excuse not to do my live stream now. And I was like, you know what? No, let's not do that. And so I was trying to find an excuse not to do my live stream because my headset's broke. Yeah. So my headset's broke and I'm upset about that. Um, yeah, I got nothing to say today. Just been procrastinating. Just procrastinating a lot, actually. I've done 201, 202 live streams in the past 200 days, 202 days. There we go. And, it's just like, I just need a break or at least a siesta of sorts. All right. All right, so we're just gonna add these dark lines here. I'm gonna add some dark lines here. I don't change the formula at all. I haven't changed how I've done these for the past like 30 drawings. I just been tweaking them and trying to make them a little bit better, a little bit easier to do each time. So I'm gonna try to be a little easy on myself today because of how I feel. I don't want to reinvent the drawing wheel today. So we're gonna be very simple with this cactus. We're gonna just like do very little with it. All right. So I know how everyone feels when you're in that spot where you just don't feel like doing things. I get it. We've all been there. I think what really defines your character though is just kind of stepping up and saying, "You know what? Let's just eat. Let's just do this thing. Get it out of the way." It's gnawing at you. It's chewing at your sides, right? And it's just really it's causing like anguish. Like I'm tossing and turning on the couch. I'm beating myself up psychologically. I literally am beating myself psychologically. I'm like, and then eventually I'll spend like 30 minutes just like trying to finagle myself out of it. And then eventually I do it. I could have done the drawing by then, you know? Like I'll spend more time trying to weasel myself out of the actual drawing than actually drawing the drawing. Like I could have been done hours ago, but I was just trying to find my like a way to get out of it. Like I was really trying my best. I was like, oh, can I get out of this? Can I really get out of this? I really want to get out of this. I just want to get out of this. Why can't? Come on, find a reason. Find a reason. Why? Find a reason to get out of this. You don't want to do it. You know you don't want to do it. And I was just trying to find this like this reason, and I just there really isn't any reason. It's there's no reason for me not to do it. It's not hard. It doesn't take a substantial amount of time in my day. It's just like our psychological brain, our psychology. We want to hit the easy button, you know? We want to not have to clean the house. We want to not have to go to get groceries. We want to get out of these things so badly, and it works for like a lot of the time. It works. Like I'll get out of a lot of things, and sometimes it's a good thing. It's a good thing to kind of get out of those situations, but sometimes it makes you weaker. It makes you a weaker individual if you just constantly find excuses to why you don't want to do this thing. You know, it's like going to the gym, It's like when you go to the gym and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the gym." And then you're like, "Oh, I gotta, someone called me and I gotta do this. I got this business thing I gotta do. I gotta do these things." Wah, 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 wah. It's hard. I get it, man. It's tough to go to the gym sometimes. What was it? I like David Goggins. He wrote this book called like Can't Hurt Me, and he was talking about how he would stare at his gym shoes for 45 minutes for hours. He's like, I don't want to put these shoes on today. Like he was trying to rationalize getting out of doing something, and like what happens is you end up spending more time trying to find excuses. Hey there, trying to find excuses to not do the thing that you should be doing, or that you've set a goal for doing. And I was just staring. I was just staring. I wasn't staring at the screen, but I was just staring at the wall, and I was just like, oh gosh, I don't even want to do this today. Uh, it's like there's this old movie called Clerks, and the guy's like, I'm not even supposed to be here today, and he's basically complaining about how he's always coming into work because someone's always calling in. That's how I feel. I was like, I'm not even supposed to be drawing today. I'm like, I don't even have to do this, I don't even have to, I literally don't have to do this. Like, I'm not being paid to do this, right? So like some days I'm just like, I'm just staring at the screen, not at the screen, I'm staring at the wall in a dark room. I'm just like, I'm counting backwards to 5. I'm like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm trying to get myself up. And I keep doing it. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get up, get up, get up. And I'm like cursing myself. Get up, you lazy dude. Get up. And so I was just doing that for probably like 20, 30 minutes. And then I made an excuse like, well, I'll go watch a show and then I'll come upstairs. And then I'll go do this. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. My dumb mind was saying, you go watch a show, Matt. You earned it, not. And then I watch a show, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a reward for myself. I'm gonna watch another show after I do this drawing. And I did. I'm doing it right now. But I'm gonna after this drawing, I'm gonna watch another show. Of course, it's gonna like impede on my bedtime, but that's fine. Um, but I was staring at that wall and I was procrastinating. I could have had this drawing done like hours and hours ago. And I know, I know how everyone feels. I know it. I know it. I'm doing it like every day. Like I know how the gym feels. I go like I don't have a gym membership. I have a power rack in my basement. I can do all my exercises in my basement. I'm like, and I'll spend 40 minutes just like sipping on coffee with my staring at my gym shoes. Not even staring at my gym shoes. I'll have my gym shoes on. I'll be sipping coffee. I haven't tied my shoes. It'll take me 40 minutes to tie my shoes before I go downstairs because I know it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be the worst 30, 40 minutes of my life. It's not the worst. It's just like it's just it's just not fun. It's not a thing that you want to do early in the morning. And I was every time I'm always doing that. So I get it, man. So here we go. We're you saw me just kind of build up the layers here. As a matter of fact, I actually kind of omitted this whole right side here. So this is going to have to be kind of patched up later on um, with the colors. Yeah, I kind of missed this side. I guess I kind of got distracted with this whole left side was looking so nice and clean. I was just like, yeah, we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave that there. And then I totally forgot about this area. So that's gonna have to be cleaned up in like post, whatever that means. We're gonna clean up in post, like it's a video post editing. Gonna fix it in post. Fix it all in post. Just like in those movies, there's like, we got all these reshoots we got to do. No, we'll fix it in post. All of it. All of it's going to be fixed in post. The cereal? No. All right. There we go. Now, time to go up at 27 minutes. I wouldn't say we're making good time, but I don't know. I never know with these things. Like some days I'm like, I'm doing really good, and some days, not so much. But I think I would like to say that I'm doing really good with time, but I don't know anymore. These days with these drawings, I'm glad this is my last one. I need a break. I think just kind of doing like some skies, um, and having no like expectation on how they're supposed to turn out is going to be very nice for me, you know. And I think I'll be able to finish them faster because of that expectation. Because there's no expectation on what they should how they should look. I can kind of, I don't have to be, I don't have to have them in like, kind of treat them with a fine tooth comb. So I can kind of be a little bit more, less of a devil's advocate, you know? So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then I could say, this is my 100th cactus. I think that's pretty impressive. I'm going to procrastinate. The procrastination only happens if I don't do it at my prescribed time, which is from roughly around noon to 2 o'clock. If I miss that noon to 2 o'clock point and I have to do it at night, gosh, it's like getting off your second job and they're like, you know what? Guess what? You got another job after here. You got to do another shift somewhere. How long's the shift? Oh, it's only an hour. And you're like, but I don't want to do it. Yeah, I know you don't want to do it, but it's only an hour, dude. It's only an hour. It's like someone who works another job and then are like doing like a a couple of small short Uber rides to get some like extra income or something. I guess that would be an analogy for that. So yeah, so that's what's happening now is I can't wait till I start the sky drawings because I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of do some clouds for a while and see how that turns out, you know. Low expectation. There's something to be said about having like doing some artwork that doesn't really um there's not like this pedestal that you put up on it, right? So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. That's why I enjoyed doing paintings. Those were fun. Um, I did a couple recordings of those. They just didn't. They take so long to do. Actually, they don't. They take about 30 minutes to do, but you actually spend more time setting up the paint pours than actually doing the actual paint pour itself. Um, that's why I enjoy doing those, is because at the end of the day, what happens with the paint pour is kind of like you have some control on it, but if it doesn't turn out the way that you expected it, it's no big deal. It's not really it doesn't matter when all is said and is when all is said and done. It's very low like pressure. So there's something to be said about that. Like it's like whenever you're trying to do something that you're trying to learn something, some days they're really it's difficult, and you just like you yearn for the days where things were simpler. Like if you're learning the piano, you yearn for the days to like just be able to do like simple little like scales, I guess, because those were like, oh, it's scales, it's kind of practice, it's kind of fun, you know. And instead of always kind of like struggling to make your masterpiece, quote unquote, right? And there's always with art, there's always this expectation that you got to create something that's decent, and which is I find interesting as well because you have artists that won't show half their work because half their work is not that good, or a lot or like a lot of their older work. People are very self-conscious of making errors, and what what's one good thing that's happened through this whole process of doing these live streams is even though I'm still self-conscious, I'm making errors live, and I'm actually sometimes pointing them out. So it helps with the like it helps ease the that tension. So I think this is good. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this thing that I've been talking about that I didn't do last time, and I regretted it. Last time I didn't incorporate the background colors to the foreground to the cactus itself, so there wasn't any reflective light that bounced off like yellow. Yep, skies tomorrow. We're gonna go sky. We're gonna go skies. We're gonna go definitely go to skies. Skies all tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't bomb. I probably will. I'll probably do. I'll probably have a few bad ones. Um, and I expect that. So we're just gonna be doing some. I'm incorporating some yellow. A little bit of the pink here, right here. A little bit of pink. Not a lot, just a little bit. Yeah. So I'm incorporating some of the pink. And we're going to do some dark pink over here. So a little bit of dark pink. So all this does is it kind of unifies. Oops, that's a little heavy. It kind of unifies the colors a little bit more, you know. So it makes the cactus feel like it's more a part of the background and not just like the cactus is floating in space. So that's why I do it. Then maybe put a little bit of orange, a little bit of orange right here, some orange here, just a little bit of orange. And then we're going to do some pink here and so forth and kind of go across the area. And that's all we're doing. Very simple stuff. Just kind of making it feel more unified with the cactus here. There we go, something like that. I'm gonna do some dark shadows. Put some pink in the shadows here just a little bit. And some pink in the shadows here. Yeah, some of that. And we're gonna put some blue right here. So no, like a teal. It's like a teal. So a little bit of teal here. So you can kind of see it kind of show right here. Just a little bit of like bluish teal in certain areas. And what that does is this from afar, it kind of unifies the entire piece a little bit more. It's kind of nice. It makes it a little bit more cohesive. Like this cactus is in front of like a colorful poster. So that's why I do that. All right, so we're gonna do the shadows in this teal. Look at that. Do a little bit more shadows in teal, like some right here. And I think that will be it. I think that's it. Just small little touches like that, and put some thorns on there and call it a day. And be my last cactus drawing. Not ever, but it'd be the last one for a long minute. I don't know if I'm going to do another one for the rest of the year. It's been like, can you understand why though? Right? Like, it took me a while to kind of warm up to having a conversation, a decent conversation. I was kind of like hiccuping my words for the longest while. So I'm going to zoom in about like this, and we're going to put our thorns in. I don't like that. Yep. And about a 40-minute drawing. It's the thorns adds another four like 3 to 5 more minutes, unfortunately, especially with the pace that I'm going right now. So we're just gonna have to. I wish I could say that. Oh, it should go in quick, but it's not really. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to go a little bit quicker. I know what happens is when I go too quick, I tend to like just go way. I tend to add way too many, and so I'm trying to avoid that like mentality of adding too many. But yeah, this is the last one. I almost didn't do this today. I was like, you know what? I've done 200 days of drawing. I think I could just like put my hat up on the rack for a while. But I think if I stop doing it, then I'll stop drawing. I'll make excuses not to draw. You know, it's really easy to make excuses not to draw. Like for a while, I was doing sketchbook work, and I was even finding it hard to do that from time to time. And been trying to hustle in other areas of life, and so that's been taking up more time than I expected. And so I feel that if I were to stop this live art series, I don't like what's happening over here. If I were to stop these live art streams, I probably wouldn't make much art, or it wouldn't be as like consistent. And so that's what I'm worrying about. So that's why I'm kind of trying to maintain these live streams, because I know that it'd be very hard to kind of uh, continue my work because it doesn't have a goal. Like the reason why I'm finding reasons to do these live streams is I've kind of set like a goal, like a goal of doing 200 live streams, 300 live streams, you know, and in that goal is actually doing a drawing, you know. So and what I need to do with this one is I need to write it down. I wrote down in my journal 200 days of 100 days of drawing, and I check marked everything. And I wrote down 200 days of drawing, and I check mark everything. So what I need to do is write down 300 days of drawing and start doing that. You know, it was tentative. I think I wrote down like maybe. I think I wrote down 300 days of drawing. I put like a question mark that said like maybe. I was like maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. So a little heads up here is my headphones are broke now. So like if this headphone just like falls off on the right side, that's why. I just noticed it and I was really sad about that. I think that was part of a contributing factor to why I didn't feel like doing the live stream, is because my headphones broke and I was like, gosh darn it, I gotta get a new set. I was really upset about it too. Then I'm like, I don't know, can I afford a new headset? You know, I know they're not expensive, but like, can I afford one? They're not like, it's not like they're like hundred. Well, they can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but I've seen some cool ones. I was actually staring at some at the store the other day. It came with like a really cool keyboard set. It was supposed to be like a gamer stream like pack that had like LED lights on the side. And I was like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool to have like glowing ears, I guess. My ears are glowing, you know. So I guess that's what I need to do is I need to get another set sometime in the future. Uh, but so in the meantime, you might see me with like some duct tape on the side here just to keep it from falling off. Uh, yeah, I actually might even do that until like it becomes impossible to keep it together. I'm one of those individuals that will keep things until like I absolutely need to get a new thing. You know, I don't buy new electronics regularly. I think I've had the same this drawing tablet is really old. Like I had the same drawing tablet for 10 years or more. I haven't the thing is maybe 10 years, I don't even know. I've had it for a long time. The reason why I say that because I don't know how long I've owned it because I didn't use it that much when I owned it. I think because I didn't have a at the time I got it and I didn't have a good enough computer for it, so like I couldn't use it, you know, or I didn't have a computer, so like what? So I bought it and I used it for a little bit and then my computer broke or something and I just didn't have the money to buy a new computer, so I just didn't use it and um yeah. Oh, my hand's getting stiff. So yeah, as I said, this is gonna be a 40-minute drawing, and it took about that long. I still haven't with this style, these techniques that I'm implementing. I still haven't whittled it down to sub 30 minutes. Um, I've got like I what happened was I got really good at doing a specific technique, and I whittled it down to like down to 30 minutes. And then once I like whittled it down, um, I didn't regress, but I started getting more detailed with my approach. So once I knew how to do this technique in depth, that's when I start to uh, go from simple to complex. So I was being very simple with my approach, doing less of what I'm doing now, and then once I was at a level that I felt was that I was confident at, that's when I start doing more intricate designs. So that is it, friends. I'm gonna do a signature, and I said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do a black signature. We're gonna go black. We're gonna do a black signature. I've always do these bright colors, but I think I want to do my last one. What day is it? 202. Pretty soon, if I keep doing this, I'm going to forget what day it's going to be. It's really day 1005, 1501, 202. Okay, got to go down right here. Yeah, it's you it's like your thoughts your thoughts are when you're thinking about something, good night. When you're thinking about something, your thoughts are like a river and you're constantly grabbing on to those thoughts and trying to like hold on to them. But what you need to do is you need to let those thoughts just kind of drag. You let that metaphorical river drag those thoughts away. You know. So yeah, and that's what these drawings help with. Is I don't hold them as precious. I was going to say precious. I don't hold them as precious anymore. Oh, they're precious to me, but because I'm doing so many of them, 202. Because I'm doing so many of them, I'm distracted here. The volume kind of forces me to just move on quickly, you know. All right, and there we go. 202 out of 300. I want to shrink that. Deep down inside, I want to make it smaller, but I don't know if I want to. All righty. Anyways, let's close that. That is day 202 out of 300. Oh my gosh. I can't explain it other than I'm just really happy that this is done. Now it's time to do some skies. I want to do something different. I need a break. I need a break from doing these cactus drawings, even though they're not like incredibly detailed. I've done 100 of them, and if you do 100, thank you. If you do 100 of anything, you get bored, man. You get bored of them. You get tired of it. Anyways, I just got to get going. It's late. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you have not subscribed already to my YouTube channel and or Twitch channel, please do so. It is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is a new series of skies, I think. Yeah, we'll see what happens. They could be really bad. It could be really bad. Hopefully they'll be good. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night, whatever time of day it is for you. I must be going. This is Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. Cheers.